I don't know if we have any
This
takes.
is a NACL Comic Con's podcast. We dive into the Comic Con world. More than comics and cosplay,
Might
we
have
bring you
a
the stories
quack.
of artists,
Quack,
authors,
quack.
cosplayers, vendors, and
Quack.
exhibitors.
Quack.
We call it
Quack.
Comic Con Podcast.
Quack,
we
quack.
do not have a meeting
Is
on
it
that
quack
name.
quacker?
Follow us
It's a
on
quacker.
Facebook or hit our website.
damn quacker.
How would you de-quack it?
NACLComiccons.com.
I'm not sure how you would de-quack it. So there you go. That's our intro right there that we talked through, which was excellent. We got Paulie behind the computer. We got Wyatt. We got Kimberly. And I'm Kendall. We're NACL Comic Con's coming at you with a podcast. And this podcast is going to be a little bit unique. I think we're going to probably do this at least once a month. It is a podcast on the business of running a Comic Con.
Lots of business stuff.
There's a lot of business stuff, a lot of things we talk about.
Business.
I think we're going to treat it as a meeting. Hey, Paulie, say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Oh, good. You got your mic on. So what we want to talk about, first off, is the backdrop. So we put in some lighting. This is what you guys wanted, this blue like this.
I think it looks good.
But let's bang through a few. So we got this.
Which
yellow.
doesn't look good. It does
No,
not look good.
Nobody
I don't know
likes
what-
that. Is that a no on that, Paul?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Purple.
I like the purple.
Purple looks
Purple.
great.
Purple's a little bit.
Purple's a great color. I don't know what you want.
Then we got red.
Are we angry?
It's kind of evil. Feels evil.
Angry.
Dante's. What is it?
Dante's
Inferno.
Inferno.
There we go.
Dante's Inferno.
Then we got green.
Which
I don't know.
I
about
don't
that.
mind the
St.
green,
Patrick's
but
Day. St. Patrick's Day.
We'll save it for St.
background.
Patty's Day, and then we got back to blue. Now there's a just a white, just a white light. So are we just going to say on the first one like that, or are we going to purple?
Or, how's it, like
Purple?
an indigo? You have a color wheel.
I don't want to do that right now. Believe me, this took forever. So you can mess with it sometime. Instead of being upstairs playing video games, come down and work on the studio. So we'll go to the purple for right now, then we'll switch it up. So we're going to look back on
Very
the
happy
HUTCH
right
Comic Con. We're going to look back on the HUTCH Comic Con. That was June 22nd, Kansas State Fairgrounds in the Metal Arc Building. Was it 122 vendors, Kimberly? 122
Dang,
vendors,
that's a lot.
artists, authors, cosplayers. We bit off a lot more than we could chew. I think we learned that. But what we want to go over is the good, the not so good. And let's kick it off with Wyatt, who was he was running the main stage events.
Yeah, I was the MC.
And kind of, you're also a cosplay corral guy. So
Yeah, I
So-
did pretty good actually. I know I'm just amazing.
you are amazing. You are the
I know,
creative
I know.
lead, and you are amazing.
No,
So-
my full title: Wyatt Evans, creative lead and
Royal
concessions
freshness.
management.
What was that, Paulie?
Royal freshness.
His
His
royal
royal,
fre-
his
All
royal
right,
freshness as
there's
well.
a story to that. So might as well share the story, give you a little inside baseball. Wyatt was a sophomore last year. He was invited to compete in a national math competition at the
I don't know how I got
university,
there.
Kansas
I don't
State
know how I got
University. So he's supposed to be kind of smart. So
Supposed to.
when they ask you, your name, that they also on the application ask, what do you go by? He wrote down his royal freshness. Now the professor of K-State sent an email and referred to him as his royal freshness. So
So yes, I am the royal freshness.
in his own mind, he is pretty royal and fresh. So kick us off. What was some of the things that you saw at the con that you liked about it, that you thought went well, that you were a part of? Go.
I think the best part that was really like unexpected was the main stage. There was barely anyone
Yeah,
because everyone was spread out across the place. Was at 501st. Was at
so I asked him for the good.
the Hive. This is a good part. In my
Oh,
mind.
this is a good part.
In
Okay.
my mind, this is a good part
Okay.
because like I feel like that meant people were enjoying the con more rather than just
That's a
coming
good
up.
point.
Because mostly, I think 99% of the people who came to the front stage were people with either scavenger hunt or for the cosplay event. Which
Yeah.
there was a lot of cosplayers.
Let's kick that over. Kim, what's the scavenger hunt? Explain that to people that are listening in.
Oh, we had a card with 5 different clues. They had to match the booth to the clue, get the sticker from the person running the booth, and then they could return the completed card to the main stage for a prize.
And then we do that at all our cons. That's a NACL staple from now on, because we got a lot of feedback. And what it does is it gets the kids engaged right off the bat, that they're looking for specific people. So it's an artist,
Except
author.
when one of them drops out.
What drops out? Yeah.
Remember Stephen King?
Yes.
Well, not the
Well,
real Stephen King.
And what we do there
Art
is we'll
Stephen
just
King.
slap a sticker on there from then on. So Kimberly, you were running the front of the house, the
Yes.
ticket sales. What were some of the good things that you saw that you liked about up there?
Well, surprisingly, because I assumed there would be a rush and then it would quiet down. It was if not busy, it was still a consistent trickle all day.
Yeah, it was constant.
Yeah, there were no gaps in people coming through the front door. There were a lot of families. That was really neat to see.
Oh, that was, and when it's $5 and free for your kids, I mean, some people took advantage of that. I saw parents walking around with five
yeah.
or six kids, which is great. I mean, that's the idea of
That's what we
we're trying
want.
that's what we're trying to accomplish. Polly, give me something good about the con.
The building was always full. Like, I had trouble moving back and forth when doing stuff.
Oh yeah, that was true. We kept a pretty full house. We had a lot of vendors comment on that. Really, there wasn't a lull or a break like you'd see at a lot of cons. I mean, nothing just HUTCH, but all the cons we've gone to, usually there's that lunch break.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed, the only time it really went down was at the last hour of it.
Got to get close to that mic.
And even
The last
then,
hour,
it was
definitely.
still pretty full, honestly.
Yeah, and it was consistent. And in that last hour, that's where you're doing the cosplay and having some fun with that.
Yeah, the cosplay, they all just gathered around the main stage, which it was cool seeing the crowd, in my opinion. And then after that, people were like, okay, they're done. I'm gonna grab the last bit of stuff and then leave.
Yeah, that's true. I think that for me, it was the activity of the vendors. I really enjoyed that part of it, interacting with them, seeing them have a lot of success financially, but also connecting with probably some new people, because we had a lot of first time at a Comic-Con vendors.
And like
Yeah.
some vendors I've never seen before, like Snail It.
Snail It was awesome.
Snail It were awesome. I love
Snail
it.
It's
Just the
done some
snails.
Comic-Con. She's got a Comic-Con background.
I hope she comes to the next one.
Yeah, I think she will. I'm not sure. We'll have to check that. BooCon, we'll get to that in a minute. It kind of sold out pretty fast for us on vendor space.
I'm
Now-
pretty sure she's on the list for BooCon.
Hopefully, I just love the snails. The little snails everywhere.
Yes, they're so cute.
Yeah, and it's a great name.
Yeah, come on, Snail It.
It is a solid name. So we'll kick it off over to Polly. What was something that we struggled at? What's something that we need to improve at?
I think we need a dedicated schedule for all the games and stuff like that, and not just say, "Oh, we're doing all this stuff." Like,
Yeah, I agree with that a lot.
I agree. And probably what we probably need to do is do a 30-minute window. I think we've discussed that, to go to a 30 minutes. That gives you guys 30 minutes off to get the next game set up and ready to go.
And who was it? Someone said to do a schedule for the panels as well.
We had a schedule
schedule.
both
But
for
not
the
to
panels
post it.
and the events. It's just we didn't have a good place to post them, but at the next venue we'll have the AV, we'll have the
We have
TVs
this
on the
going
screen
all the time.
so we can have the schedule up there, and we also need to just post some physical signage also.
Yeah, we need to invest in some of those standalone signage that you can plop around. Get a dozen of those and put them
Yeah.
out, because Metal Arc is huge.
Metal Arc is really
That's
big.
40,000 square feet.
And
I
there
don't.
just was not a good place to put anything.
And I don't think we're going back to Metal Arc anyways.
No.
No.
We'll get to that here in a little bit. What's something that we struggled at, Wyatt, that we need to improve? Excuse me.
I feel like we need more people, like, for our team.
We do, and we've added one. Benjamin's going to be on board,
Benji.
and he has been to,
Benny.
and he's been to. Well, he was our first con customer
Both times.
both times, but he came to the NACL Mini Con in March, and he was there early. And of course, now he doesn't have to pay.
No.
But then we even taken it a little further. We're now employing him, so he's going to be helping out.
We even saw him yesterday.
Yeah, we did see him just driving around. He was out on his bike. So we're looking at, we need to expand, get some more people in there. We're in discussions with a few organizations here in Hutchinson to see if they can help us out. Kimberly, what's something that we need to improve on, especially the front of the house? What do we need to do there?
I think we had spoken about it, but we didn't get a chance to really utilize it just because it was only me and Seabass at the front.
Yeah.
But I think having a separate cash and a separate credit line,
Yeah, I think that's probably a way to go.
And we
and
need
also
to
have
improve
the will call line as its own line too.
Okay, I think you'd have to combine it, because now you're talking 4 people there, because we got to do the weapons check too.
Yeah.
That was something that was brought up
We didn't
by
do that
Brent
the best.
Fairchild.
Yeah,
We got to do a gooder job there,
yes.
and we are going to do a gooder job because we have a new
Hopefully.
plan.
Yes.
But I think the will call could probably just maybe the will call. Well,
Or-
I got to think about it.
Yeah, because you can't The complaint was that they were standing in line with everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, the will call, what they could do is just come up to the weapons check.
Yeah, that might be a good
I
thing.
mean, they can't
Combine
just-
will call and
Yeah.
weapons check.
But if you're going to put 4 people, 4 different stations, I think you're packing that little area in
Yeah,
a little too deep. I mean, we're going to struggle to have 3 spots. Because
Or
when we
maybe-
looked at it the other day, we were talking 2 with the money line and then the weapons check. You know, we'll just have to look at that entrance to the.
and even if it still needs to be 2, as long as the will call is separate from the regular line, I think that'll help.
Or maybe we could set it up like how they do at the flea market, how they have the tables parallel to the doors. Then we have one that's you go to one table, that's the will call, the other one's the cash hush credit. And the other
I think I understand what you're saying. So cash credit and then a weapons check will call.
Yeah.
weapon/will call.
Yeah, and if somebody's coming up, tell our weapons guy that, hey, if somebody's walking up that's a will call, they go first. They take priority.
Yeah.
And that might be the way to solve that problem. We'll have to look at it a little bit closer because Cottonwood Court, that's where the HUTCH BOO Comic Con, October 26th, that's kicking off at 11 to 7 p.m. Got a lot of information on that here shortly. But that's in the Cottonwood Court, and it is a really unique facility that the ground floor is going to be packed up with vendors, main stage. Upstairs, you've got an overlook balcony.
With even more vendors.
Yes, with even more vendors. And then you're going to have a panel room up there that's enclosed, so they're got a private area to do that in. On the main floor, surrounding on the balcony, is 6 different monitors that we can have the schedules up on. So we've got some ideas of how to do that
And also
better.
promotional stuff for us. Yeah.
We'll probably put just a lot of photos of you.
Yeah, a
And
lot
maybe
of-
some video.
No,
but
just-
mostly photos.
Just specifically the one above the main stage, just a constant B-roll of my face.
Just your awesomeness.
Like me, me with my inquisitive face.
Yes, your inquisitive face. So it's been over a month. We learned a lot. We came out. We thought, hey, we'll take a week off and
We did
just
not.
relax. That did not happen. No, it went straight into the Boo Comic Con, and taking into fact our list of stuff that we need to work on. Start thinking about that too. But let's kick off. Here's the fun fact for the HUTCH BOO Comic Con.
Fun fact.
Trick or treat. Where that comes from medieval times, Irish-Scottish tradition of geising.
Geising?
Guising. It's called geising. Kiddos would dress up and they would go door to door and ask for food or treats, offering to sing a song, recite a poem, tell a joke, or perform a trick, like a magic trick.
Oh.
See, I always thought it was trick or treat. And if you didn't get a treat, you like TP'd their house with toilet paper.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what evolved into.
Well, that's devolved. I would
Yeah.
say it evolved. So,
Yeah.
so to Mrs. Tibbetts, I'm sorry, because you had the penny person. When I was a kid, you go trick or treating. There were people that gave you a penny.
A pen.
And of course, I'm old enough where that probably, you could still get a piece of gum at the corner store, but
Did you have toothbrush people?
no,
Oh,
never
the
had a toothbrush person.
people.
You had
Yep.
a toothbrush. Well, you're in the Northwest.
There's
Hippie-
always the
hippie
person
state of
who dropped
Washington.
like an apple in your bag.
Yeah, there was the apple person, and then there was the one that always did the full candy bar.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, that person.
I'm old enough to have the full candy bars, but you guys experienced full candy bars too, living in Haven.
Yeah,
that
there
was
was
that
candy
Oh,
bar
I
guy.
remember.
That one
Yeah,
house.
those were awesome.
The one random house has the pillars. They always drop full candy bars.
Yeah, that's why we
Yeah.
went by there.
Yeah,
over,
of course, every time.
over and over. Have you and Wyatt or you and Seabass switch costumes, and you guys could hit it again. So we got the Boo Con vendor
I'm a little,
space.
Or
Vendor space sold out really fast, just a little over 2 weeks, and I think we had 80 vendor spots. Now that doesn't mean we have 80 vendors. So I think we have 50 plus
Yeah.
vendors are going to show up for that. Cottonwood Court, Kansas State Fairgrounds. Now Tina from the fairgrounds, she sent an email the other day. Now follow this. We're still dissecting part of this. We'll get to that. The same day, kicking off at 4 p.m., they're going to have the Old Mill food trucks. Carrie's Beer Garden will be open. They're going to have a motorcycle car ride and shine that starts at 4 p.m. Then at 7 p.m., they're having the Haunted Mansion 2003, Eddie Murphy, Jennifer Tilly, Terrence
Murphy?
Stamp, Wallace Shawn. He's one of your favorite actors.
Wallace Shawn.
Wallace Shawn, yeah. It's an odd name. We'll come back around to that. So they're going to have that movie playing, and I guess it's one of Eddie Murphy's greatest hits. It does not do well in Rotten Tomatoes. Wallace Shawn, Princess Bride. He's the one that does the Poison Game.
Oh, that guy.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, he's in that.
I didn't know he was in Haunted Mansion. It's been a long time
Yeah.
since I watched that.
I have never seen the movie. And of course, we'll be busy. But the nice thing is there's going to be food trucks there, but you need to piggyback that because Cottonwood Court does not have concessions.
I
Yes.
sent her an email about it. She has not replied.
Well, we'll get back to her,
Makes me
but
cry.
we'll try to have some food trucks out there early to service our customers. So that's what we have cooking for that. That should change it a little bit as far as attendance. We've even discussed opening the doors at 6 for the cosplay contest.
Like full open,
Full
bring
open,
everyone in.
just-
out there with the little loudspeaker. Come one, come all.
Yeah, I think the come one, come all is perfect for you, especially since you're now a Jedi too. We can go into that if you want to. So, thoughts on that? Are we going to, Paul, you're in on this conversation too. Should we open the doors an hour at the end of the con?
The last hour?
Last hour, 6 p.m. Come in, come watch the cosplay for free.
Why not? I mean, like, everyone that's been to that wants to go to the con has already bought a ticket. So I mean, we're just getting new people in.
What do you think?
Like I'm thinking about like
She did a shoulder shrug for you on the podcast. So
Sorry.
Wow.
It doesn't make much
Man.
sound. So the opening the doors, I think, would bring in more people. I don't think we're going to lose anybody. We're
Yeah,
going to
no.
get our $5.
Oh, yeah.
we got
from-
all the
from
money
11
already.
Yeah, 11 to 6, we'll get our $5. And what maybe that does is set somebody up to want to come to our March con,
Ooh, March,
which we're
March.
still working on that.
We have the June one, but not the March one.
Yeah, we have the June one locked
Well-
in.
We have the date set.
But yeah, they and building set.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
set on that. So going back to the movie, are we going to go to the movie if we're done with everything? Or are we just going to
Oh,
watch that on
not
Netflix?
we're definitely not gonna be done with
No, we're
everything
not
by that
gonna be done
time.
with
No.
everything.
Yeah, no.
They can play that 5 times, and we probably won't be there by time.
Well, let's talk to we'll talk to the state and tell them, hey, we're going to open the doors
Yeah.
at 6 p.m., free of charge. Everybody come in. And there might be a last rush for the vendors.
Yeah.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, even if it brings in a small percentage that goes to the vendors, that's worthwhile.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now we're working also on the June HUTCH Comic Con.
June.
That comes at you June 21st, 2025. That's next year, Paulie, for you. We are moving that to the Pride of Kansas building. And that was an easy decision, I think, once we saw the building.
The Pride of Kansas building is amazing. It's the happy medium in between Cottonwood Court and the Meadowlark building, where
Has 2 panel rooms.
and
Like-
that solves one of the major problems that we had in the Meadowlark building.
Yeah, that we couldn't, and we didn't provide adequate space.
Definitely not.
Yeah, pipe and drape is not enough for a panel room, so we learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we
Plus, we want
wouldn't
to be
have
able
known
to,
unless we tried.
yeah, and the other goal was to set up this podcasting equipment, video equipment, so they could take advantage of it
Yeah.
and have something for them to use down the road. But that building, 2 panel rooms. Also, there's a prejudge room for the cosplay that's even separate.
Yes.
Oh, backtracking a little bit. At the HUTCH BOO Comic Con, we're having a 1 p.m. children's costume contest. Not a cosplay.
Not cosplay.
Even though cosplay means costume
Play.
but cosplay is like I guess I get into the idea that that's anime or superhero or this one's just Halloween. You show up as a ghost.
Oh, like
you
the Charlie Brown ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you that might actually win.
I love that.
I do
That
too.
would be wonderful.
So
but
you-
yeah, just costumes.
Costume, 15 and under, and it's going to the main stage. We're going to do a hot lap because we're going to have a costume parade.
That's going to be
before
so
the
much fun.
So that should be a lot of fun. And of course, so probably I like the inflatable dinosaurs.
Oh,
Hope
yeah.
somebody brings that
One of
action.
the ones. I think one of the people with Hive did that.
Yes,
That was
yeah.
amazing. I love that.
Yeah, because the little bitty T-Rex arms are so cute when they're running around. And of course, in anything inflatable, there's the bouncy effect as you're running.
Yes.
I love that. So back to the
Do we need one of the ones at the car dealerships?
crazy arm guy. That's that's perfect, I guess. I don't know. It's a costume.
No, just one outside our house.
No, we don't want one of those. So I don't think that's an investment we want to make. Paulie, chime in at any time on anything Wyatt says. It doesn't make sense.
No, one outside of we put it outside of the con.
It's
bring
gonna
people
go-
in.
It's going downhill real quick. Just ride with us, folks.
Yeah.
So the panel room, 2 panel rooms, prejudge room. This is over back onto the HUTCH Comic Con 2025 in June. And then we got to talk about the celebrity hunt. Man, what a challenge.
Yeah,
We got our guy.
the guy.
We got the numbers. We're negotiated.
We can't say the name.
We can't say the name because we have not signed anything because the agent has ghosted us.
Sadly enough.
How strange is that?
Really?
Yeah, I haven't heard back from the agent.
Is it because you haven't communicated, or
I
fact that you communicated that we didn't want anyone other than just the one?
Well, what I communicated was, yes, we'll take that. The numbers are right. We want to do that.
Oh,
Yes.
I think that's, and then she followed up with something about, hey, do you want to bring in other celebrities? It's like, no, we're pretty happy with this guy. So we're yes.
Yes.
And so hopefully we get that done because what was exciting about it is he was willing to negotiate and come in on Thursday for
Yeah.
third Thursday at the Smallville Festival.
Which would be amazing.
yeah.
And then we could have him there for the Friday, hopefully do a live podcast at one of the Smallville Festival events. And then, of course, be at the Comic-Con. And once we announce, anybody that's in the Comic-Con world is going to go, wow, that's a great get.
Oh, yeah.
But again, the celebrity hunt, that's difficult. It's hard to give them money, apparently.
Yeah. Like we have the money. We take our money,
Yes,
please.
take our money. We want you to be there. So the Smallville Festival, let's roll into that. Had a meeting kind of dissecting the festival that we just had in June. We sat down with a lot of the principals, including Tony that runs the Hutch Rec.
Tony's great.
Yeah, Conklin was there. Lori Beth was there.
Yes.
And then Stratica was represented. And I believe Cosmosphere was also
Yeah,
represented.
Cosmos Spirit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was kind of an interesting meeting. And just everybody talked about, the good and the bad, kind of what we just did. Good back and forth. And then the discussion started to open up for next year. So
Oh, yeah.
it's nice getting ahead of that and excited about what hopefully we can add.
Well, and it's nice having verbal confirmation that they want us to be a part of it again.
Oh, I think so. I think we ran a good event. I think.
Oh,
we're
I think
impressed
we
with
did
what
great, but knowing that, I guess it's silly, but still having the affirmation that they appreciate what we did.
I think they appreciated it, and they'd like us to do more. I think the Smallville third Thursday, what I'd really like to do is lock down the road right in front of Toy
Ryan-
Depot
Yeah.
and just have our games there.
That'd
and
be
just,
great. That'd be fun.
And just have fun there
Oh,
with
it would be awesome to expand.
with our possible celebrity if his agent ever gets back to us.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
would be
man.
nice. And do something kind of more incorporated that. Now Friday night we ought to think about something too.
Friday night.
Because they really don't do anything Friday night in the Smallville Festival.
Really?
Did we want to do the drink and draw with the celebrity Friday night?
It feels like a board and brush kind of event.
Yeah.
Downtown Hutchinson.
Board and Brush is awesome.
Board and brush. Paulie, we're going to put you on that. Do you mind handling that for us?
I can handle that.
Yeah,
Paulie
have
can't
that,
drink.
have that done by Thursday.
Paul can't drink though.
No, Paul cannot drink because he will not be 21. How old are you now?
He's 19.
19.
Yeah, 19.
How do I remember this better than you? He's your literal son.
I'm old, so I kind of forget.
We
He's-
would probably have to wrap up the setup a little bit earlier on Friday night than we did for this last June.
Yeah.
Because we
Well-
didn't get out of there until 11. We don't want to
Yeah, I
start
think-
a drink and draw at 11.
No, we'll probably do something like
Should we do like more
4 to 10 or something like that, 4 to 9.
Yeah, or would it even be better?
Like, what would we do in
It
the
wouldn't be better
morning?
to do something before the setup.
Should we
Hold
do
on, this
something
is really important. Let me get this in.
Okay,
Oh.
now everything's chill.
Well, I want to kind of look at
Because we're more
calm down.
see
contemplative
what it
now.
looks like. Yeah, I want to see what it looks like.
more introspective now.
Introspective. Yes, we've gone to introspective. Well, I think the drink and draw is a good idea. The problem is going to be manpower. So that might be something we would have to ask, like Jesse and Snyder, to come in on Friday and just oversee the final bits and pieces of people loading in. And I could be there, and you guys could go do the drink and draw.
Yeah. Okay, so what you're thinking is like, for we get the main part, like everything plotted out, yada yada. Then me, Mom, Paul go down Board and Rush, set up this drink and draw. You, Jesse, Snyder.
Yeah, we just run the load in,
Yeah.
something
so we
like that.
go into 2 teams.
2 teams.
Me, mom, we're the drinking team.
And don't forget about Benjamin.
Oh, and Benjamin's our
Well, he can be with
the drinking team.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might be appropriate. So the drink and draw is not about drinking. It's about drawing and meeting people. So
and I like drawing. So
I have a feeling that alcoholism might be in your future.
Alcoholism.
You were pretty obsessed. So the other day, after we got done with our we got done with our meeting with the Hutch Rec, we ran over to Carl's. Yeah, we had never been to Carl's. Yeah, so we went and hung out with them. I didn't realize we weren't going to eat. I thought everybody was going over there for dinner. They just went over for, a drink and cocktails. Yeah, and so
it winds you down, makes you a little more honest to your business partners.
You have no idea. So I had a red beer. They had never seen a red beer. Paul was pretty fascinated.
It
with
looked
that.
Disgusting.
He has brought it up at least a dozen times.
The
since
two most
then.
disgusting drinks I could think of: beer and tomato juice
together,
like
just married right in the glass.
It's like
going for a swim.
Kitchen Nightmares when Gordon Ramsay he reaches up into the grease traps and stuff.
I don't know if it's like that.
That's what it reminds me of.
I don't think it's that bad. So we do have your magic wand out here. I wonder if it'd make you disappear. Kaboom! Kaboom! Where'd you get that wand at? Who's the wand from?
Sean, Make a Dream a Builder.
Yeah, there's our
completely custom by him.
Oh yeah, that's his design, his print. Beautiful wand. It has a rose on the end.
Rose.
So there's our segue, talking about some ideas that we kicked around. So Wyatt is going to be our future Jedi. What's going on there, Paul? You got a camera issue there, buddy?
Yep, fixed it.
You fixed it? Man, you're good. So now we have this loud lightsaber that we've got to deal with. So, Sean.
How'd I turn it off?
Sean said you just hold the button and it turns off.
It turned off.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because it'll try to come back on. All right, I'm going to set that back over here. And if anybody can tell me what this is right here that's watching the video, I would be impressed. Leave it in the comments down below because that's a find at a junk store in Yoder, Kansas. So
wait, Yoder?
Yoder, yeah. I found that in Yoder, Kansas. Wasn't it Yoder?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Yoder.
Is it the Blue Barn? Or?
Yeah, the Blue Barn. Yeah, Blue Barn in Yoder. Yeah, that place is so eclectic on this stuff. You're going to walk in there. If you're looking for a Tonka truck, you're going to find it.
Isn't that where we found all of the old movie posters that one time?
Now, all the old movie posters that we got there, and it's The Spy Who Loved Us, Battlestar Galactica. It's hanging up here somewhere.
Who knows?
King Kong, 1976 King Kong posters.
Oh, you sold those?
These were in the roll, brand new.
Yeah, we sold all the King Kong, and that didn't make it up on the wall.
No, because I might have one that I held back.
I know
that's a for me.
You're like King Kong is like your spirit animal.
Well, no, Grandma and Grandpa took me to that movie, and so I would have only been like 4 years old, and I have a memory of it. So that's like a pretty early memory.
Yeah.
You date back, and I fell asleep, but I did wake up when Kong was on the building. Which is really the climax of that movie. That's when you want to be awake.
Yeah, definitely.
You can sleep through most of it.
Knocking planes out of the sky. It was epic.
Like the first sight of Kong, you want to see that. Take a nap. Get to the building. It's kind of like a road trip.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just perfect. Just like that. That's a perfect movie.
I think our last road trip, that's kind of what I did. We left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I fell asleep. I wake up. I look outside the window. Windows XP background.
Window what?
Windows XP background. You know, the bright, oversaturated green hills and blue skies, completely clear. That was the entire place.
Where
I can't even remember where that was.
That would have probably been in Washington, wouldn't it?
Probably was in Washington.
Probably was when we were in Seattle last time. So
yeah.
It was wild. I was confused. I thought I was still dreaming.
Yeah.
Because
Paul, is there any way to turn this box off over here? Or
turn my box off?
Are we just
nope? Good stuff.
We just living with it?
Hey, you have to live with me. Well, you are living with me.
Well, we are kind of living
reluctantly,
with you.
But
you're upstairs most times. But you got your computer out in the living room, so we say hi.
Yeah, you have to say hi to me.
We
and
do
you have
say
to feed
hi.
me. You have to feed me.
Yeah,
I'm
I do.
Still 16.
We do provide food for you. Though today you provided your own food.
No, Paul did.
Oh, Paul, you bought for him?
Oh, I had to pay. But
You had to pay.
Okay, then you bought your own food. You guys did the Wendy's.
He was my delivery driver.
I'm on keto now, so this has really gone off the rails.
Because you are
Let's bring it back
horizontally inclined.
Okay, so I don't know what the hell that means. There's a lot of editing. You're making my job really difficult because I'm going to edit the hell out of this thing. So we have the Facebook idea for auctions. Throwing that out there. This is from Sean and Paula at Dream It, Make It, Build It. They think we should do pre-con sales on Facebook.
Oh.
Treat it like an auction.
Okay.
So we have a
what?
lot of goodies that we have accumulated over the years.
Yeah.
Plus, we have a huge prize table.
Dragon.
And
Yeah, but the dragon's not for sale. That was a gift.
Yeah. I know.
that was a gift. And so if you put that down, so we get back to what we're doing. So we also have some goods that were given to us by vendors to help out with the prize table. But please put it down. So the idea that Sean and Paula had was, well, hey, why don't you have some pre-sale auction of some sort to help fundraise?
Yeah.
Part of the fundraising would be to pay for the celebrity that doesn't want to sign, or the next celebrity that we get that maybe will sign.
Well, and I don't think it's him. I don't know why the manager or agent or whatever isn't communicating right
He
now.
hates NACL.
Well,
He's
no.
a pepper guy.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. He might have looked at our Facebook and said, I am not going to Hutchinson, Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
yeah,
if this
fair enough.
cat has been in Hawaii and South America and all over Europe.
If Mopar won't come to Hutchinson, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Mopar will not. Mopigs will not make it to Hutchinson. So maybe one of those things.
I don't know.
Whoa.
We probably need to follow up eventually.
Well, I will. Yeah, I'm on top of
Yeah,
it.
I don't know why all of a sudden it went quiet. It's weird.
All right, so we'll work on that. But back to the Facebook auction idea. Is that something that we should try? Paul, you need to chime in on this because you're going to have to probably run it.
Yeah, seems interesting.
You know what I'm talking about on the auctions? Who is it that locally did it?
It was the one place that used to be downtown. And they did it video based, but people would like chime in with their bid. But I've also seen
That was a live auction, yeah.
yeah, but I've also seen silent auctions
That's-
where it just runs for a specific amount of time and
Top bidder.
top bidder wins. I
In-
don't.
in the
And
comments.
somebody did that, and I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, there was somebody local. So you post an item, and you give it 5 days, and in the comments you put your bid, and top bid owns it.
Yeah.
And we could probably have some fun with that through the NACL page because we should be able to get some run on that.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea, and I think we've had a lot of different ideas. We just need to find one and stick to it.
Well, we got another idea, if that's what you're talking about, is the other idea, which was the Kickstarter idea, which Paul says sounds scammy. Is that right, Paul?
Scummy, yeah. I mean, like, it just kind of has Kickstarter has a reputation of sometimes not being 100% honest with their stuff.
Yes.
Which we already have an established Comic Con with an established
Two.
basis. So
Yes.
We've had 2 Comic Cons.
and we got a third one for sure.
Yes.
That's in October. 4th one, actually. We got 4 that are
Yeah.
already knocked out. All right, so what the Kickstarter idea is, and we've seen this with
TsunamiCon.
TsunamiCon. That's right. TsunamiCon, basically, you could buy, or actually, you can just say $5 donation to help the con out, which is our ticket price. But $5 help the ticket, or you can buy a ticket, or you could even buy vendor booth, artist booth through their Kickstarter, which they raised $7,900.
Which
That's
well,
a
that's lot of money.
substantial amount of money.
That is. They were also offering a lot of perks just to even do the $5 donation on Kickstarter.
What were the perks for $5? Because I don't think you got anything. I think it was just a
Oh.
thank you.
Okay, well,
I think it was just a big thank you.
Oh,
but
damn.
for a lot of the packages, I mean, you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know they had
A
like
lot of the extra stuff that I don't know if those are things that are in our wheelhouse. That was my hesitation with Kickstarter because I've seen other Kickstarter campaigns that weren't Comic-Cons, but there was always exclusive things involved. And
Yeah, I don't know what you could do for exclusivity. You could do a pre-sale ticket sale, which
Yes.
we
that
need
would
to
be
talk
like
with
the-
Angela a little
The
bit
will
more.
call stuff.
Yeah, it would be a will call, and then they'd have to be in line. So you're biting off more you could chew. So it would be a pre-sale ticket that you could buy, couples ticket you could buy. If we wanted to add a premium, like a mug or something like
We have
that.
the VIP package.
Yeah, maybe.
through
Well,
it.
we would not do a VIP package because that's going to be
yeah, that's-
exclusivity with Angela at D's Duds.
These duds.
She's going to handle all our VIP packages because that includes the T-shirt and the
I-
goodies like that. the
I think
buttons.
this is why I like the auction idea over the Kickstarter idea.
And I think we got to look at both of them because, and I'm going to push back a little bit because I like the pre-sale of the $5 tickets because that really is a loss leader for her to handle that transaction. Where she wants to sell VIP passes is ideal for her.
Oh, and I appreciate
T-shirt.
that. She did communicate that she does not have a problem with selling just basic
I know
tickets.
she doesn't. I know she doesn't.
Yeah.
But then maybe offer a lifetime pass. We talked about that.
Oh yeah, lifetime. What was
Paul, what do you think of that?
Oh, lifetime pass could be interesting.
And that way you would get you could do something like this, give them a NACL medallion, like a challenge coin
Ooh. Like
that they just have to bring to the con and just show, I got my NACL challenge coin.
I do have a challenge coin somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah, remember?
I think it's in the safe, honey.
It was we went to
Reno
Wendy's.
County.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reno County. We went to Wendy's and we saw a bunch of cops there. I walk up to them. Hey, thank you for your service. Coin.
Boom, you got a challenge coin.
Yeah.
The cop told you to wait right there, and he went out to his car, and I thought you were detained, so I left. Good luck to him.
Yeah, put me in the back.
Got those warrants out for me. So we could do something like that. I know we got two that are against it.
I'm not against
I don't know where
it.
you're
I
at.
just it
I'm
it
down
just
for it.
doesn't seem like we have the right stuff for it.
I think how we should do it, in my opinion, because I haven't really chimed in except for challenge coin. How we should put it up is you can do either have just basic donation, like you just want to donate, be nice to us. You can buy tickets or lifetime passes.
Yeah, I think you keep it simple. I don't even know. I don't like the
Simple.
donation thing.
You don't like donation?
No, not big on that.
You want to give?
Yeah,
I think
get
we
something.
do. Then we do tickets, the couple package, and lifetime couple package.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, and I agree that, like Paul says, Kickstarter's got a reputation.
Kickstarter does have a reputation, and I'm not sure if that's something that we want to have associated with us. I mean,
I wonder why then would Tsunami Con and other con, because if you put in Comic Con, there's like 75 of them popped up.
oh yeah,
I
and
wonder why they are so successful with it.
maybe it's because it's
Probably because it's like an entity, not because like I think most of the time when it comes for the scam Kickstarters, it's usually like either like one or two people who are doing it.
And
or,
my
like,
kid's sick. My dog needs surgery.
those or
Yeah.
like the ones that are like, oh yeah, here, fund this TV show I'm solo making, but it's a scam. They're gonna pull out the money. No one's gonna
Yeah,
get.
A&E is going to pick me up for sure.
yeah. It seems weird because I appreciate that if I don't make this amount of money, then no one gets charged. But if you're selling tickets,
Oh,
people are going to want their ticket regardless.
Well, they're not charged unless the campaign's successful.
Yes,
And
that's
then
what I
they-
said.
And then they would get their ticket. If it's not a successful campaign, there's no transaction. Right? Is that how that works, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if they go on to buy a ticket, they want a ticket. So then if they don't get charged for the ticket, wouldn't they be upset?
Well, if the campaign's not successful, I think that's kind of a known quantity with Kickstarters or Indigo or any of those,
Yeah.
is that if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit.
but we can probably, if we wanted to, we could put because this is basically just a way for us to sell tickets and passes and stuff.
Yeah.
We could probably put the goal lower because it can exceed the goal as much as it wants.
Oh yeah, and we
Yeah,
want a
put a
lower
$500
goal,
goal.
but
Yeah,
if
$500 goal.
but if people just aren't enthused about pre-sale tickets,
Then we just don't do it again.
Yeah, you would learn. The free market drives it pretty quick on that, doesn't
yeah.
it? I mean, that's free market
Plus,
enterprise.
I would
doesn't
just
want
I
the-
would just hate for anyone to be discouraged about buying a ticket because they didn't get their ticket through Kickstarter.
I don't know if anybody's feelings are going to get hurt.
Well, just frustration will turn people off of.
Oh, I know. I think, though, that part of who's going to look at that are going to be people that are dedicated to Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
you're going to have anybody that's kind of outside of that area.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but it's just odd.
Paul, you need to get in there. What are you thinking?
Like, I understand both sides of it. I'm not really sure where to go on it because I feel like frustration would be a big thing for tickets.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
should wait until next year. We could probably do this for next year. Roll this out next year.
Well, we need to come up with something maybe a little bit better
Yeah.
than just $5. I think a lifetime pass is a cool idea. I
well,
think we
and
need to
there's
offer
nothing
that.
saying that we can't just sell them irregardless. I don't think
That's-
we need to have.
That's what I was about to say. Is just let's figure out something we do a lifetime. Come up with a challenge coin.
Yeah.
I
And-
like challenge coins. Don't do this because
Don't do what.
the NACL medallions. We have to do it like its own.
No,
specific-
I'll do a specific specialty design
Yeah,
for
because
it.
like if
Smaller pocket size.
pocket size.
Yeah, something kind of unique.
But
yeah.
like I have big pockets. This is pocket size for me because
I can fit those in my skirt pockets, but we're not going to give them a 5-inch medallion.
And by the way, the medallion is going to be bigger now.
oh
'Cause
bigger
That's 4-inch. This is 4.
Oh, yeah, that one's
It's gonna
4
go to
inch.
5.
Yes.
a whole inch.
We're going to go bigger because bigger's gooder.
Gooder.
I've got a phone call here. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can pick this up. That's just going to be technical difficulty right there. Give me a clack on that for the technical difficulty.
Clacker.
Yeah.
Nah.
Clack back from the. All right, you just have to do it once. Thank you. Put it down. You're going to lose clacker privileges.
I am the clacker.
You're not.
I am the clacker.
So let's finish it up by saying that if we were to look at those ideas, feedback from anybody watching, listening, I'd love to hear that.
Not Snyder.
So our email is naclcomiccons@gmail.com, or you can go to naclcomiccons.com.
Which
Find us there.
it's a website.
It is a website
It is.
dedicated to NACL Comic Con,
And
which
me.
is who we are.
And me.
So
My face is on there
you are the face of about everything we do. So
because I am just that amazing.
yeah, you are just that amazing. So this is Kimberly, Wyatt, Paulie behind the computer, and Kendall with NACL Comic Cons. Thanks for listening.
He is not Kimberly, by the way.
I am not Kimberly. That's Kimberly. That's Wyatt.
I am Wyatt.
I'm going to put a picture of Paul up or something close to it, like Jack Black, and we'll call it good. Thanks for listening.
The one younger picture of him where he doesn't have the beard.
Oh yeah, it'd be a beardless photo.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
No. There, I remember seeing one. He had like the Paul's cut, like haircut. Just it looks like Paul without the glasses.